guys, it's Tessa. So, I was right. I jinxed. We're not talking about work anymore. Anywho, so this video is basically in honor of a video I posted like a year ago at this point. I think it was one of the first tutorials for how to make like wisteria slash like hanging lavender, whatever you want to call it. But basically, I want to make a couple of these. One, because I want to start adding them into my shop, especially since they're pretty easy and quick to make. I think I can make one hanging wisteria in less than 15 minutes, so about 4 an hour. So I can charge them to be quite a lower price comparative, just because they're so quick for me to make. However, that means I need to make them. So to start, I have 11 currently made. Whenever I go to the gym, I make one of them. I make 1 to 2 every time I go, and then for the crafting podcast, knitting podcast, whatever you want to call it, I would sometimes make them in that as well. But I started with 11 for today. I had a small ball left from another project I had been working on. It was one of those granny cardigan shawl, triangle shawl thingies. It was one of those guys. But I had enough to make about 3 of them. And I think this color looks really nice in contrast with the other 2 colors. So I think we have 3 individual tones here, and I think that looks really nice. I'm also going to be using this purple. It's a little bit different than this one that I have the 3 of. It's showing up much more different on camera, but it's awfully similar. So I'm going to be using this color as well. And then I have a 4th color, just in case I run out of any colors, or maybe I don't like the mix or something. And it's more of this like dusty pinky color. I think it would also work in here nicely, especially with the already like muted purple tone that exists in here. I'm trying to get it all for in the picture. Okay, there you go. So I think it would work really nicely with that. I don't know. I kind of just want to cruise on stuff that's simple right now, because my brain has turned to goop from my job at the end of each day. So we're starting this video out with 14. I can do basic math. And my game plan is just to make as many as I can across tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. And then Sunday, I'll spend the whole day piecing everything together and going from there. The only thing I'm a little bit nervous about is just how I want to piece them together. Do I want to weave in the ends independently? Do I want to weave them through the vine that I create? How many wisterias do I want to put per vine? So on and so forth. That kind of stuff is what I'm gonna kind of figure out on Sunday / Saturday evening probably. So today, in the next few days, is just making as many of these as I can using these 4 colors. I'm going to prioritize finishing the muted purple and the dark purple, and then moving to this purple tone, and then moving to the pink if I need to, or if I feel it's necessary. I don't know, I'll think about it. But I'm gonna get started on working on some more of these, and I'll check in again once we finish this guy off, which maybe will be tonight. It's 6 p.m. and we haven't talked at all. I did end up finishing all of the like muted purple yarn last night. Literally this is all I have left. So this is gonna go in my scraps to become an octo eventually. I also made one using the darkest purple. And then my husband and I started watching something called Smiling Friends. I had watched a little bit of it with him previously, but we watched more of it last night, and this is an insane show, okay? It's crazy. Love it though, okay? And then today was just kind of a rough start to the day, is what it is. And then I realized it was the weekend, and technically a 3-day weekend for me. I'm a part-time employee at my job, so technically I don't have Monday off, but also I can take it off if I want to with no worries. So I'm gonna take most of it off. So technically I have a 3-day weekend, which fantastic. And I took off early yesterday as well, so I'm like really living it up in the I'm not working right now. Okay, somehow I've gone down into the rabbit hole of the Fast and the Furious movies, which you guys probably remember. You probably don't remember actually from a couple videos ago, because more likely than not I cut it out of the video. But I watched one of the Fast and Furious movies. I don't know which one it was. It was the one where Letty dies. That's all I remember.
Spoilers.
These movies came out almost 2 decades ago. What the fuck? Okay, anyway, it's the one where she dies and Dom comes back to fucking LA, I think, okay? Not the point. Point is, that was the only one I had seen, and that was like 3 months ago. 2 months ago? Maybe less than that, probably even. But I cannot find what platform I watched it on, and I cannot remember the title. So we have the Disney Plus bundle. So we have Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and I also pay for Netflix because I'm psychotic. So I don't know what platform I watched the one I watched on. I think it was Netflix, but I don't know anymore because I can't find it on any of them, so I'm assuming it got taken off. But Netflix has all of the main ones, it looks like. Slash, I don't know, because I don't watch these movies, so I don't know what order they go in. I've watched the first one. I love the first one. I'm gonna be real honest here. I really like the first one, okay? I don't love some of the storylines for it, but it doesn't matter. I really like the first one, okay? I kind of like the one I did watch, and now I'm on the second one. It's not hitting the same, but it's okay. I'm kind of with it. So I think this is now turned into I'm going to make Wisteria slash Lavender, and then rant about each of these movies. So that's where we're at. I made a total of 6 of the dark purple ones, or the muted purple ones last night, 1 of the not muted. So that's really cool. That means we have 7 of those, 3 of the lightest purple, and then 14 or something like that of the ones I already had pre-made. So we're cruising on this stuff. We're really cruising on it. So I think my plan is to make at least 5 or 6 more in this color, and then make the same amount of however many in total I have of the dark purple in that lightest purple shade, and then kind of start experimenting from there on just how I want to do it. That's where we're at. So I'll check in again. Alright, so I still have a bunch of the dark purple and the lighter purple. I just want to get a jump on what this will look like realistically. So I'm gonna make probably one of them now. I have 31 total Wisteria or lavender, whatever you want to call it. Let me show ya. Oh my gosh, we got all the scraps that are now in here too, but that's the point. Okay. So this is all the current. I have 31 of these currently. I'm thinking of either keeping a trail of some thin wire through it so that it can be shaped a little bit, or maybe I make 2, one that has no wire in it, one that does have wire in it, and I can kind of have that be like an option. Just because I know like some people like to have the wisteria like wrapped around or hanging down from like areas, or like to have it hanging in the doorway like you've seen in the video I made for the tutorial of this. I'm not really sure. So I don't know what shade of green I want to use either. A lot of these are more muted, dull tones anyway, so I'm wondering if maybe the green should be more bright and less muted and less dull, or if I should stay within that color range. I'm thinking of using one of these 3 shades of green. This one here is called Sage. This is like a apple green, and this is like a darker green. And I think with the like Wisteria colors, oh gosh, I'm just grabbing a chunk of them. I think all 3 of these colors look nice. I think I'm leaning towards the middle option though, the apple green or the dark green. I'll think about it tomorrow and I'll figure it out. Yesterday, I took some time to not only think, because I really hated the first one of these I did, but also to just kind of figure out what I really wanted it to look like. So to show you the first one, this one will not be sold. Honestly, I'll probably scrap this one entirely, or at least try to salvage the wisteria pieces so I can add them to the next one. This is what it looks like. It doesn't look bad or anything. I'm just not happy with it. Like the first few on this side are really close together, and by the time we get to the end here, there's so much gapping. It's not even crazy. It's crazy. I don't love how thick the strap is either. It doesn't look super thick on camera, but when you see it next to the one that I think I'm happy with, you'll see more. I also don't like the way the little leaf ones look. I just don't like the way they look in here. I think they'd be better maybe with a different shade of green, or just for like longer wisteria. Like I think that would be where it would benefit better. Or like if all of them were as long as this dark purple one here, like at that point, like yeah, that would look cute as hell, I think. But I just think there's such a varying sizes that having almost perfectly lengthed leaf guys doesn't look great. So I then took a break for a little bit. And decided to try it again. I'm much happier with this version. I still feel like there's a little bit of tweaking to it just because of the way I did it. On that first one I braided the wisteria's ends together as I went down the line and then chained and single crocheted over the top of that, and instead I just did a chain on this one and single crocheted into it, catching the ends in my stitches. And I think this one, they're all perfectly spaced out. I also kind of stuck to a better pattern, and I really like the way this one turned out actually, like comparatively. It's a little bit short, like length, like width wise, than I was intending, so I might do a couple different like sizes. So I'll do like this one, and then maybe I'll do one, this one only has 10, and maybe the next one I'll do will have like 16, and then the following one will have like 20 or something, or 22, just so that there's a couple different sizes, which is why I really want to salvage the wisteria from this first guy. I just don't think it's possible, because again, I braided it, and that braid is in here somewhere. Like all the ends are inside of this. So I don't even know really if it's even worth trying to like cut out the ends, or do I just salvage what I can, glue down the rest and call it? Like I just don't really know. Definitely gonna try to figure it out, because I would really like to salvage these if I can. I don't like wasting yarn, I guess. So I think that's what my plan is. But that is where I'm going to end this video, just because I don't really know how I feel about this, and I kind of don't really know what I'm really doing. It's one of those days, okay? I just don't know what's going on anymore. But that is it for this video. If you want to see some more stuff that I posted, or an update on this, which I'll likely mention in the next video, you can subscribe or just follow my videos. If you've ever done something like this before and you've made like the vine part and you are like, oh my gosh, I have the perfect way to do this, please tell me the perfect way to do this, because everyone can make the little wisterias, but then nobody thinks about how to do the vine. And maybe I've just thought too hard about it for too long that I just it doesn't compute anymore. I don't know. But let me know what you think below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!